Good? Good morning, Dudley. So Tom, this is your last meeting.
Yes,
How long were you on the FAA?
between 20 and 25 years.
My God.
Really?
So-
Not when I was here.
No,
No.
No. You weren't even
Beginning,
you weren't out of diapers.
beginning in 1975 to sometime in
jeez.
the 90s.
So Tom has got a long history
was
of
11
serving
years
the
old.
town of Dudley. We're going to miss you. Your guidance, your steady influence.
Well, I miss you people. You,
I know you don't miss
Same
the job.
here.
the four of you, five
Yeah.
of you, yeah. No.
I understand that. Well, thank you so much for your years of service.
Yes, thank you, Tom.
Enjoy
No, I
retirement.
enjoyed working with Lisa, Mary, Conrad, and Joanne, obviously.
And we'll still be working with you.
As a lawyer, right? So, we need a vote to approve the minutes of the May 13th regular meeting, Tom.
I'm not sure, was I there?
Let's say, some second, Chairman Allen, he was not here.
So unfortunately, I don't think I can vote to approve something I wasn't there for.
Yep. So
Well,
we'll
why
table
not?
that.
I saw you sitting there, you phantom.
This is gonna raise an issue because I don't know who's gonna vote to approve the minutes of this meeting.
Oh, isn't that something?
Yeah, I thought of that.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Oh, well.
Isn't that, how do we do that?
I don't know.
That's town council.
Yeah, I don't recall ever running into that.
Well, I know when you guys couldn't make a decision, on
When have
that
we not been able to
gentleman,
make a decision?
Patterson,
Yeah, I know.
so I think the Board of Selectmen can vote on it.
Okay. So, we're signing the payroll and various vouchers. Vote to approve the May motor vehicle abatements in the amount of $835.89.
I so move.
So that's unanimous. Vote to approve the levy 2022 motor vehicle commitment number 3 in the amount of $91,472.50.
I so move.
So that's unanimous. Vote to approve the levy 2022 motor vehicle recommitment number 16R in the amount of $584.47.
I so move.
No, we're moving right along.
Mhm.
Vote to approve the levy 2021 motor vehicle commitment number 8 in the amount of $212.53.
Well, if you think we're moving too fast,
Well, it's better than half-assed.
I'll move that, or I move that to approve that item.
So we got a unanimous vote on that. Now, you're gonna tell us about our Vadar. Is that Darth Vadar?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the new system that I can bridge over to the collector now. We don't have to send it to Point Software to convert right before we do the billing. It's all in-house now.
Oh,
So I
who
could,
does the input?
so I bridge all my assessments and legal ownership over to Rich.
Yeah?
And then Rich, puts the tax rate in.
No, wait a minute.
Oh.
Are you telling me all the computers can talk together now?
Yes, yes.
Get outta here.
Water, sewer,
Oh, shut your mouth.
collector, and assessors.
Wow! We've had computers for
Coming up
how
to
long
date.
now? We
I
finally got one
know.
that can talk to each other?
And the nice part about it is, as many times as I want, as often as I want, I can send the new ownerships over to Rich. So he's not looking at,
No kidding.
the
we'll
first
actually
6
get-
months of the year and the last 6 months of the year.
So we'll actually get the right mailing addresses for the people that own the
Right.
new properties and stuff?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I don't have to
That
put
is
the water and
awesome.
sewer liens in anymore. It's gonna just be put in there by computer.
Well, you say put it by computer, you gotta have a human do that.
Right, so the water and sewer and the treasurer are gonna work, well, I think the treasurer collector will have what's in arrears, and it's already gonna be in the system, and that's like 32 pages of keying in 5 accounts on each page for me every year, and then trying to balance.
Right.
So that'll be nice, we won't have to do that anymore. There was something else we wouldn't have
Wow.
to do anymore too. Oh, so the motor vehicle excise is in there too, and we used to be able to, so if Tom moved and he needed a refund check, there was a place we could go in there and do a change of address.
Yep.
So you would get the check to your correct mailing. We can't do that in Vadar, Rich has to do it.
Oh,
That's
too
something
bad.
else we don't have to do.
That's too bad.
So our lives are being made a lot easier in the office. And our new website is going to be up and running. Actually, I put July 1st. I just found out yesterday. I think it's going to be up and running today.
Huh,
So Mary and I were able to design our own website.
so are we running parallel systems for a while?
I
The
don't
old and
think,
the new?
you know, I don't know that. I don't know.
Probably not a bad idea.
I wouldn't think so if it's Town of Dudley.
Yeah, but do you have all the
.gov.
bugs up?
There are no bugs.
Oh, yeah, oh. Oh.
Not in our website anyway, and it's so easy, it's so
Brand
easy
new
to
website,
use.
there's no bugs?
We've been working on it for like 3 months
Oh,
now.
okay.
Yeah,
All right, so you have been running parallel systems?
yes,
Okay,
yes.
all right, that makes sense.
So, well, Parallel Systems, the new website has not been open to the public. We've
No,
been working
okay,
behind the scenes.
But you've been doing it?
Yeah.
You've been using it?
Yeah, and it's so much user-friendly, so,
Oh, nice.
it's so nice.
That's nice. Who designed it?
It's called Civic Plus, most towns have it. I think Webster has it. It's just so user-friendly.
Good for us getting into the 21st century,
In the
Right.
21st century.
huh?
In the 21st century.
Yeah, in,
Yeah.
yeah,
Not waiting till the 22nd.
exactly.
I didn't think I'd see the end of betterments when I was here, because when I first started,
Oh, my
it was a
God.
20-year program, and we were already into it. I've seen that done. We finally have a new website, and we finally have a new accounting system, and the accountant's in it too, so
Wow,
hopefully things are gonna run a lot
that is
smoother.
awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, not to have been able to communicate with other computers in this town or other
And
departments.
if I created a new parcel, they didn't get it. If I deleted a parcel, it's still in their system. And so now I have the ability, so for example, all the Country Club Boulevard properties, when preliminaries go out, they take the prior year's 4 quarters and divide it by 2, and that's what goes on August and what goes on November. Well, they didn't exist last year. So there's no bills, so they would get
Yep.
hit with the last 2 quarters.
Oh, boy, yep,
So now in the Vadar system, I can flag what's new. So for example, you know, the fire that happened on Brandon Road?
yep,
So I reduced their value because of the fire,
yep.
and I flagged it. And since I flagged it, now they're gonna, instead of reaping the benefit, actually they wouldn't get anything. They'll reap the benefits of the reduced value on the preliminary bills, because I was able to flag it to say, hey,
October,
don't go by last year's,
Okay,
all last
so-
year,
right.
fiscal year, go by this.
gotcha.
So,
Oh, that's good, so they didn't,
so there's different things that it can do.
that's nice.
Yeah.
That is really nice.
Yeah.
You know, just an aside about Tom on the FAA, we didn't have town managers in, we didn't have any of that stuff. So the FAA really ran the budget.
We had to come up with, take the request for the budget from all the departments, consolidate it, figure out how much money was coming in,
Different departments go
Yeah.
before the FAA to plead our case.
and we had to come up with a proposed total budget and line items.
And stay within the confines of Proposition 2.5.
Yeah.
Without a computer.
No,
Without
we
a
had
computer, no.
Yeah, you're right,
No.
that's right, you're absolutely right.
No, without a computer.
Can I have those? Well, you guys talking, I just
You
wanna make
certainly
sure.
can.
So that came into play, the FAA
Oh, they
was
were the-
advisory
they were-
once an
Oh, no,
administrator
they-
came in.
Well, they call themselves an advisory board, but they weren't.
They're
They
the
ran the
finance
town.
committee.
They absolutely ran the
No, but
town.
I'm saying, so when when we finally got the town administrator, then he handled that?
Yes, yes.
Well, it's supposed to be a dual effort, but it turned out that the advisory board, the FAA became
Advisory only.
yeah, right, not the actual power to be. Fred Waite and all those guys.
Oh, definitely. He showed me how to organize the budget, so.
Absolutely, great guy, great guy. He has some good people to learn from, Tom. And these were people that, some of them ran businesses or were the heads of businesses.
Right.
the
Local
People that knew what they were
businessmen,
talking about.
professionals-
Yes, they-
Professionals, yeah.
Yeah, it was real life, you know, they didn't read it in a book.
And
They
we'd
actually-
have public hearings where the different committees boards would come in and explain their requests. Everybody understood, so by the time
We'd still do that.
well,
Well,
There's a
yeah.
Board of Selectmen and FAA meeting and department meetings that is televised now, and they discuss it.
No, I understand that, but, you know, from a practical standpoint, the school system still run the budget.
Oh, yeah,
I mean, they come in and they vote their budget
when you're
in.
talking the schools, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was that way back then too. They're certainly more organized.
Yes, yes. To a degree, yes.
Yeah, I mean, they go to the public town meeting and vote, and, en masse.
All those teachers.
Those teachers, Tom.
Poor Tom, I mean, there was a little bit of a controversy when Mary became a teacher. You
Yes.
remember that? And
So
you
how
vote-
many times did you guys go back and forth on issues with the school system? Did you guys?
Oh,
ever
you
go
and
back-
Mary, him and Mary?
Yeah,
Not that much,
Yeah.
to be honest with you.
yeah.
But Tom and I went back and forth about the assessor's budget.
About the what?
The assessor's budget.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Who won?
Oh, Tom was our advocate. No, I mean, he really was our
Oh.
advocate. I mean, he, among few, understood the process of the assessor's office long before he came in. I mean, we are the engine that drives this town. I mean,
We don't
what do
assess,
we
you
collect?
don't collect.
95% of the income that comes in? So back then, Tom understood the function, and some of the others had no idea. You know, they just thought we just sat in the office and picked our nose.
And that's why I talked to other assessors, and they, you know, we're fortunate to have, that we have our meetings in the morning, but some of them, a lot of them have them at night, and people get on the board that don't know anything about real estate, and their meetings go 3 hours.
Oh, good
And I'm like,
Lord,
how can you go 3 hours with an assessor's meeting? Because
You have
it's
a- you
all
have a poor
opinion.
chairman.
It's all opinion with no education about
Yeah.
real estate.
Well,
So if you have 2 out of 3 that are just giving their opinion, you know how that can go.
I do.
We're fortunate to have two very experienced real estate agents,
And a real
brokers,
estate attorney.
developers.
Yeah.
I mean, that's,
Well,
Tom's,
I'm leaving it in good hands with Joanne and Conrad.
That's right, yeah.
and Lisa.
Oh, of course, that's what I'm saying.
I remember when you came on, Lisa.
What a wreck.
You were afraid to open your mouth.
I know. Not
But
anymore.
never anymore.
I'm no longer a Matt.
Well, yeah, but knowledge is a
I'm
powerful
not
tool.
What's that?
Knowledge is a powerful tool. Now you know about a gazillion times more than the other people do.
The best thing you taught me is it's the DOR. And it is. I work for the town, but I really work for the state, for Mass General laws.
You have to
I
deal with
can't,
them.
I can't bend the rules,
Nope.
you know? I've had several people go in and say, well, this town does it this way. And I said, well, just because they're not following Mass General laws doesn't mean I'm not gonna follow Mass General laws. I said, I'm not willing to lose my job for you or anybody else,
And, well, you shouldn't.
you know? I
We
mean,
have to
You-
comply with the laws.
Good for you.
We don't pass the laws, but you have to live within them.
there's a lot of the laws that I don't like and they don't make sense. But I have no choice but
Isn't
to
that
follow
the
them.
truth? Isn't that the truth? Oh,
Yeah.
Tom, you see these laws.
Occasionally.
You got a bunch of hairs cut, huh?
Yes, too many.
No.
Wait a minute, they'll be back.
Yeah.
So what do we have for new business other than Doc Veda?
I'm hoping to get Ian from Vision back doing my building permits in the next few weeks to finish those up. Then I can start doing supplemental bills. I'll have a commercial appraiser coming in from Vision to do the commercial permits.
We have until what, the end of June to pick up values
Right,
for the supplemental?
well, yeah, for the supplemental and building permits,
Right.
so. And then usually the supplementals I work up and those get mailed out July, August.
Believe me, I
Those are a
know.
lot of work.
I got mine.
Yeah, you did. And then you got your shed bill too.
I-
You got 2 extra bills that year,
Yeah.
cause I omitted your shed,
Garage,
no,
you mean.
garage.
Say, I don't have a shed.
Yeah, I did take that off along with the garage. And I went, oh, the garage is still there, here's your bill.
Thank you very little.
So, that's
But-
about it, and then, you know, it was nice that we got the Vadar update and the new website now being in a reval, because, you know, how
Oh,
hectic
yeah.
it's gonna
Oh, my
get in the
God,
fall.
yes. What a mess that would be.
And then hopefully in the fall, they're gonna pass, well, I think they kinda have to, pass the cyclical inspection article that they passed over in the spring.
They don't have a choice.
I mean, I
Again,
know.
this is DUI regulated.
It's UI regulated.
I mean, if, now, what the public doesn't understand, if we have a, I'm just gonna use a number, a budget of $75,000 to do this cyclical, which means they're going out, how many properties do they actually visit, 10%?
No, they do have to do 100%.
Oh, okay, that's part of the 100%.
Not land, obviously.
Right,
But the
right.
100% of every parcel with any
Oh,
building
this is the
on
big
it.
cyclical.
This is the 10-year.
But-
So
okay.
I'm dividing it up over 5 years
Yep.
instead of doing it all
Yep.
in the last year, which is virtually impossible to do.
So what people don't understand, if our budget is 75,000 and we don't pass it, then the state does it and charges us like 150
Right?
to do the same work.
And because of COVID, new standards and ways of doing this has come into play. What we're gonna do is we're gonna send out a mailer, and it's gonna have the information on your property, like on the fields card, bedroom count, bathroom count, how you heat it and everything. We're gonna mail those out, they're gonna get back, we're gonna sort them and make the changes accordingly, but we're still gonna try to get in.
Now, that's interesting. People that have income property, if they don't mail them back, they are unable to appeal the assessed value.
Correct.
Will this be the same with the residential?
Well, yeah, I mean, if you don't let us in, if we attempt to get in and you don't let us in, they
Well,
can't
no, I know
appeal.
that, but you're saying mail is where people have to fill out their property questionnaire sheet. How many bathrooms, how many bedrooms, how
That's a
many?
good question, I don't know, but I
Okay.
have to find out. I'll
But
find out from
we-
June.
Because if that's the case, you need to put a letter in there saying, if you don't fill this out, and you don't think
Good.
your value's right,
Right.
you're gonna lose your appeal process or abatement process.
Yep.
So, if you could follow up on that, it'd be wonderful.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, because if they came in for an abatement and they filled it out, I would just tell them, well, I have to get in anyway, because I need to see it in order to change it. And then if they refuse, that's when they lose their appeal, but I'll double check.
I think
Yeah.
we've been through that.
Pardon?
I think we've been through that process where a homeowner refused to let you in.
My
And
God.
the tax appellate board agreed with
No, I
us.
did get in,
Oh, okay.
I did get in,
eventually.
but they didn't agree with my abatement.
Yeah. That's right.
You know, we used to have, we left cards in, we tried to make appointments to get into houses. It was so interesting.
It's time consuming, because I'm not gonna let them do any of the data entry for my building permits that they're doing now, and I won't for the cyclicals either. Permits, because it's somebody just data entering. They don't know our process, so
Right,
they wouldn't pick
right.
up any new growth.
Right.
They don't know what new growth
Right.
is. And then with the cyclicals, I'm kind of a control freak when it comes to that, because I wanna see what's wrong out there. Is it
course.
something that I did consistently incorrectly, or is it just a fluke? You know, and it's a good way to keep a
Yeah.
handle on everything.
Well, I think too, when you get these changes in value, you kind of look, you go through them all before they're applied, and you ask the Board of Assessors, what do you think? And then,
And that's the beauty of having realtors,
yeah, I
because
mean,
they know the market.
we have a nice system. I mean,
Yeah.
we're the least controversial board in town.
Yeah.
Although we don't have a lot of controversial boards in this
I
town.
don't think we've ever gotten a complaint in our office.
I don't know.
So what the last town administrator told me, he said the only department that didn't get a complaint in town hall was your office, since I've been here.
I remember
That was like a 7-year period.
when we were in the old school building.
Oh, jeez.
I don't know how old this lady was. She seemed like she was old, but now that I'm that age, it's not old. And she chased me around the deck trying to kick me in the shin.
Are you kidding me?
It was so funny. I couldn't stop laughing.
Which probably made her madder.
Yeah, it did. I forget what it was all, it was probably was an abatement or exemption or something, but, you know, man, you make too much money. I do not.
Well,
Anyway,
I
Tom's gotta
have
get
to
to work. Can I take a motion?
I move to adjourn.
Tom, thank you so much.
I'm sure I'll be
Thank you,
seeing you
Tom.
and Lisa.
Yeah, you'll be in here, I'm sure, you or Dina.
Nobody
So
talks.
I can be here for July 8th.
You can, okay.
I could be here, but there's no point in it.
I know that.